Hi everybody, Happy New Year. Of course, when I decide to go live, my dog starts to bark, so I apologize. I thought I would go on live this morning and do a resin pour because I had a lot of questions about it. Because it's not done on colored pencil too often, and I had done one, and it was fairly successful. The only thing I have in the one I did is I do have a little dent. Look how beautiful though. Look how pretty it came out. So glossy, I love it. I do have a tiny dent in the center of it, but other than that, it turned out really nice. So I'm doing this set. This is my art subscription from 2021, so I'm doing the set of 3, and I'm on the second one today, and I thought I'd jump on. Now this is going to be a long video, so if you've ever seen a resin pour, it's like they take out they edit it, so it looks nice and smooth and perfect. And I'm going to be honest, doing a resin pour, until you get really good at it, is not like that. So right now I am stirring 2 equal parts of the resin. So when you buy it, you have one bottle and the hardener is the other bottle. And the most important thing is to get those equal. So you buy these measuring cups, you measure them in separate cups, and then you combine them in one cup so that you're sure that it's nice and equal. And most important is to get it mixed really good. So I kind of poured ahead of time because that's, boring and dull and you don't need to see that. But I'm mixing, and as I'm mixing, I'm scraping the sides of the cup. Usually I would have a mask on. I do have my studio window open, so there is ventilation, and I like to do these on a little warmer day so I'm not freezing. So you don't want to just be in an enclosed area. And I would typically have a mask on. I don't, so that you guys can hear me. And I would typically wear gloves, and I ran out. So I have to pick up more. So I'm going to be very careful not to get this on my hands. But it is fairly non-toxic. So I'm not too concerned for one pour. But if you're doing these like consistently a lot, definitely protect yourself. So they recommend, I think, 2 to 3 minutes to stir. You will see that there are some bubbles forming. We have you can use a pin to pop your bubbles once you pour. You can use, I have like a lighter, like a butane lighter that I bought. You can, for like cooking, anything like that. Nothing special. You don't need anything special. Just, it's one of these. It's this. And it's just that. So that'll pop your bubbles. And then sticks to stir and to spread the resin out over your artwork. So I purchased some natural looking frames that I'm doing mine on, but next time I think what I'm going to do is I love plywood. I love the grain in plywood. So I'm thinking about next time doing the plywood piece underneath, and then that way the wood can show around the edges. It does on here too, but I think I want more of a wood look. So I'm going to do that. And I probably will stain it. There is a coating over these after I'm done, but I did not stain them. So once we get it stirred really good, I'm going to flip you guys down so you can see the artwork, and I'll pour it. And of course it's not pretty, and I kind of panic. But if you have questions or anything, just drop them in the comments, and when I'm done I can answer them for you. So let me get you guys in the right spot here. I know it's upside down. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me see, can I get this down? I think you should be able to see that, mostly. Sorry, bear with me. Okay, so you want a flat surface so that it levels, and unfortunately my house does not have one flat surface in it, so I've done my best to make it as flat as I can. And what you want to do, as you just start pouring, I pour in the center, you pour it in onto the artwork, and you scrape it out. Now I have done 4 ounces of pour, so 2 ounces of the one bottle and 2 ounces of the hardener, and I believe it should cover. You always want a little extra to make sure it covers, but this will cover the 8x10 surface. I want to get everything out, And it's starting to move kind of on its own, but you're going to have to assist it. So I'm going to get all the resin I can out so that I have enough. And it definitely has a smell. There's an odor. That's why you want to work in a well-ventilated area. You'll smell it. Get as much of this out as I can. So, I mean, this is going to be a little tedious, but it's the uncut raw version of a pour. So you can kind of see, it's harder than what it looks like. So you can kind of see what is involved for yourself if you decide to do this. All I ever saw were these like beautiful pours. They were edited and it looked so easy. I thought, oh, this is easy breezy. And then I did my first one. I was like, this isn't as easy as you think. There's just more involved than what they say. Now, I did spray my drawings before. I had heard of a couple people who did try to do colored pencil, and when they poured the resin on, it spread a little bit and got it ruined their artwork. So I did use a varnish spray, not a varnish, I'm sorry, a colored pencil finish spray before I did my pour. So once you get it all out of the cup, I've got it in this box because you got to cover it after. And the only reason why you want to cover it after is so that dust doesn't get on it, doesn't get all over it. So then I take my little tool here and you just start spreading it around, getting it to go all over the artwork. You gotta kind of get it to move. So, and I'm trying not to touch the artwork. I don't want to cause any spreading of the pencil. Probably wouldn't be so bad if you were working on a painting, an acrylic or oil painting. And it feels like, sometimes it's like, ooh, I don't have enough, but you do. It's just a matter of getting it spread out. So don't panic. As long as you mixed appropriately for the size painting you're doing, you should be fine. You just got to move it. And it does self-level itself a bit. Doesn't do it all, but it does have that factor. So I just keep moving this. You can see I need to get thicker popsicle sticks. I had these from when the kids used to do crafts. That's why I'm using them. I don't necessarily want it over my edges, so I'm going to kind of pull it off of there. See what I mean? It's not super graceful. I can certainly edit all this and make it look that pretty, but I'm hoping as I do them, I get a little bit better at them too. This is only my second one. It's always a learning curve, everything we do. I'm not worried about bubbles at this point. I will take care of those when I'm done. And what I've learned with bubbles is you will do them, you'll think you're okay, and then you kind of come back a few minutes later and you've got a few more. So you do have to check it for a little while to make sure you can get all the bubbles out. And right now I'm just making sure I've got everything coated. My whole picture. It'll kind of level on its own when I'm done. I just want to make sure I've got it. Once you mix your resin too, you have to use it right away. Don't wait. You want to make sure you pour immediately. You have about 45 minutes to work, I think, is what it said. So don't wait to pour your resin once it's mixed. I gotta get in that corner. Get it off of there. I wipe the edges when I'm all done, so I'm not overly concerned about them. But now I'm just making sure. Oh, I can see right here in this corner, I don't have enough. I gotta push it right up into there and over. There we go. It's like I want it sealed. That down here looks pretty good. So now I'm just gonna kind of even it out a bit. I think that's what happened with my dent is, I don't know what happened. If anybody knows, any resin experts out there can tell me how I got a dent in the resin, I'd appreciate it. Maybe I can avoid that next time. So I just keep going, and then I'm going to stop and kind of let it sit, let it kind of figure itself out. Everything's covered, so I'm going to set this aside. You can clean up when you're done, so don't worry about that. And then I just want to clean off these edges because I don't want it on the wood. So I'm just going to run a paper towel along here, like that. This side's the worst. And I'm going to give it a minute and just kind of let it settle down. I've got a dent here, I can see it. So hopefully I can get that to work out. Get this cleaned up. And when you're all done, you can worry about cleaning up your product, your tools and stuff. I don't worry about it now. Okay, there's that. And this side looks pretty good, but we'll run the paper towel down. I love how these look though. I know I can put it in a frame, but it's just different. They're so pretty. It just really makes the color come out in the drawing. It really makes it pop. And I think it's so neat. I'm not going to do everything this way. I'm just doing a few here and there when I feel like it needs it. I like too that they can be put on wood and done that way rather than a frame. So, especially with animals and wildlife. So I'm just going to try to maybe move this so it kind of, I've got some dents, so I'm just trying to see if I can work them out a little bit. Get it to flow. I'm not sure why I get those. If I'm over moving the resin, I don't know. But maybe by pushing it a little bit this way, it'll help. Lots of bubbles. Like I said, don't worry about it. I tried using a pin and it didn't work very well. So I like using the lighter. It seems to really work. Yeah, see, I can see this flowing here. Let's get it this way. And then I will turn it right side up. Just get it down here. Okay, it's starting to move too much that way. I'm just gonna let it level. So put that down. I gotta wipe this edge again. This side looks great. That's why it's so important to get it on a level surface. I'm gonna have to come up with something because none of my floors at my house are level, and like I said, I did try to level it out, but yeah, okay. It's kind of working itself out over here, so let's get this off. This piece was from last year's art subscription thing, and it's called Be the Light. Basically lighten somebody else's world, you know, help them out if they need it. We have a lot of people, especially with COVID, who aren't doing great, so take a little time, make sure people are okay. I'm just trying to fill this side because I've definitely got some spots where it's just kind of, okay, not moving the way I want it to. That's better. This will fill in here. Like that. Just trying to get it all flat. Okay. You have a little time, so you don't have to panic too much. Okay, I'm going to let it sit, and then I'll show you how we get the bubbles out. How you use your lighter or a pen. Like I said, I did not have luck with the pen, so I'm not going to show you that, but a lighter is so much easier. Just cleaning up the sides again. I can sand them when they're done. That's what I did on the other one, just to get some of the resin off. But if I can avoid that step, great. Okay, so I've got that. Now I can start getting rid of some of these bubbles. It's starting to level out too, which is nice. So then you take your little lighter, and all you do is quickly hit this. Oh. You don't want to leave it on too long. You don't want to burn it. So it's just a fast, you can see that they're popping. Just going over it quick. And then I give it a minute. See how clear it got up here? There's still a lot of little bubbles, but I can keep doing it. And look, it just turns into this beautiful glass look. It's amazing. I love it. So when I originally sprayed these, I had posted a few weeks ago that I broke my artwork. Because what had happened, I have all sorts of finish sprays. And sometimes I get a little, I don't know, loopy in the head. I think it's age. And I took these outside and I grabbed my spray. And I was spraying, woke up, I gave it a few layers. I don't know, I was just tired. I see some bubbles here that aren't popping, so I'll give them a minute. I woke up the next morning and went outside, because I usually spray outside, because like I said, you want to be ventilated area. And they had white, they were white. They had like a white dusting all over them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I thought they were ruined. Something from the spray. So I looked, I'm like, why did this happen? I did my layers the way I was supposed to. I didn't like lay it on heavy. I had sprayed them with a varnish for oil and acrylic paintings, not for colored pencil. So what I did was I'm just getting the last couple here. Look how beautiful that is. Look how glossy. And I don't see any dents this time. So I think I got it. And that's it. That's your resin pour. So let me put you guys back up. So it's not hard in the sense that it's not hard in the sense that it's, I don't know, it's like time consuming or anything. It's a little tedious. Like I said, just don't go by what you see online, because those are just edited and perfection. So you are going to get a little mess. It can be a little stressful because it's your artwork and you're scared. So just go with the flow, take your time, and just get through it. But yeah, so I had sprayed my artwork with a varnish for oil and acrylic paintings, and they were all white. So what I did, especially this one, which happens to be one of my favorites, this one it was just white. Like this whole side was white. So you can't get it off either. You can't take it off of a drawing or painting. Well, you can with a painting, but not a drawing. So I took my pencils and I was trying to draw over the varnish, and I was able to. It had enough grit or something's on the surface. I don't know if it's because I didn't use it properly or what. It was a matte too, so it wasn't a gloss, so thank goodness. But I was able to draw over them. So I actually redrew a lot of these. I went right over it with my pencil, spent the time. It was quite a few hours, and I fixed them so that I could do my pour. But yeah, I love it. It's so cool. See? I think I'm going to keep this natural. I don't think I'm going to stain it. I really like it. So, but I am going to sand it down just a little bit and put a clear coat over it to preserve it, to keep it nice. And then these you can hang. They are UV protected, but they will, if they're in direct sunlight or sun with any painting or drawing, they will fade and yellow over time. So you don't want to do that. But they, see, it's hard. It's so cool. I love it. So I'm doing all three. They are available. These are the originals. They are available for sale. Don't think I've put them on my website yet because I haven't resined all three. I'm going to finish them today, but they will be available, and they will also, I'm going to do the cow too. I'm going to do him though on a piece of plywood, and there'll be a set. There'll be the original set for last year's art subscription. I have this year's, which it's January 1st. Today's the last day to sign up. So if you guys want to sign up for that, please do. That's the one with the chipmunk. And the next one's going to be so cute. I will not be putting those on resin next year. And I'm not doing the art subscription next year. I'm taking a year off. So I'll do it the year after. So this is the last year to get on that. Basically, I know a lot of people are confused about what that is. So you sign up, you become a member. And every 4 months you get an art print that's a limited edition. So there's only 50 in the set. That's it. Nobody else has them. They are not available to the public right now because they're exclusive for members. And it's a surprise. So I don't show you what you're going to get stuff. They are going to be little animals this year. You saw the chipmunk one on the stump, which is so adorable. It will look like that. You also get 2 free bonus prints throughout the year that I send to you, and you get a 15% discount on my store all year long. So from today through December 31st next year, you can use on anything, any prints. So yeah, it's limited edition. It's a great gift to give to somebody who maybe loves art but doesn't know where to start. It's a great gift to give yourself. It's exciting. It's fun. I write a handwritten letter with each person who is in my exclusive club, and it tells about the artwork and a little bit about me, where I am, how I was feeling, what I was thinking. One member every time it's released gets the originals sketches. So what I do is I fill everyone's envelope so I don't know who it is, and I randomly select one and they get the sketches. Now once I know who that person is, they let me know that they got the sketches, and I remove them from the following art print mailing so that somebody else can get the original sketches. And they also all come with the certificate of authenticity. So really fun, really exciting, and you don't want to miss out. So it's on my website. It's under Heartworks Art Print Subscription. But let me show you quick before we go how nice this looks now. Almost, I think, all the bubbles are gone. I don't see any, but that's what the resin pour does. It just, look at the colors. Look at how they pop. They become like so clear and vivid. I just love it. Okay, everybody, I will talk to you later. Have a fantastic New Year's Day. Bye-bye.